stay on long enough to get my prediction for Bears.
Welcome to Bears Banter. My name is Bernard Muhammad. Alongside of me tonight is Keith Flournoy, Guy Moore, Tammy Harris, and Jaye Beasley. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing pretty darn good.
Doing pretty good.
Great. Okay, a whole lot much better than Sunday's game. I mean, Sunday, we thought Jay was about to go into the Thanos. He was about to snap.
I shall show you the way, and then I will finish you, knave.
Make a correction. He was about to make a correction in the football universe. Half the teams be gone or something.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. Like I say, I actually rewatched that game, and I just had so many different opinions as far as who's to blame. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. And watching it the day after, I don't know if it was worse, but I actually felt a little better. And I felt like my tirade on Sunday was a little justified when it came to some of the players. But, you know, I just want to put it past me. I want to put it past them. And now we looking towards Sunday.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're tuning in to Jaye Beasley's press conference. He's a little perturbed today. He was very nuclear last week, and today he is here. He's at the mic. Oh, okay. It's time for Nagy. Oh, okay. Back to Jay.
He's just a bit nonplussed.
I like it.
Man.
Hey, we're going to try to maximize Tammy time. I know she's in the middle of an engagement, and she's being so generous. She's going to give us some of her time until she start her engagement. So I'm going to try to jump into this so we can kind of.
Who's always late shows up.
Wait on that last one.
Hey, and not only that, we're going to maximize your time too, Bernard. You on vacation, bro.
Yeah, I'm on vacation.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got to be respectful to everybody. I was on vacation all this week, so I had a lot of time to vent.
Right.
Man.
Hey, my wife in the background saying, "Hey, thank you, Jay."
Hey, Lenore. Uh-oh. I got your back.
Actually, I'm out of the country right now, and one of the things I did hear was the Bears might be moving to Arlington. I'm still trying to get an update on that. I saw something about Bears signing a purchase agreement. Can anybody fill us in on that for the fans like myself that's a little bit behind on the news?
Well, they definitely going. They signed the purchase agreement for 197 million. They signed the purchase agreement. It's just going to be a matter of when they're going to break ground. I'm as bad as I don't want them to go for selfish reasons. I feel it's in their best interest to go. They can generate a lot of money that they've been missing out on for years playing at Soldier Field. You know, everybody talking about they breaking the lease. Well, you know, they said it'd be $84 million for them to break the lease. Well,
okay.
If I'm not mistaken, and I don't have the numbers in front of me, but Bears are worth north of $3 billion. So $84 million plus the 197. What's that? We still talking about what? A few $100 million?
Chicken chips and a six pack.
Right. So the move is definitely going to take place. It's going to be some years before it happened. We're probably looking at maybe 5, maybe 6 years before the move actually happens. But it's definitely in the works, and I think it's a good thing for the team.
I do too. You know what? Here's the interesting thing about that. You know, we were when we did the show last year, we talked about it. You know, first was talking about it, Bears up for sale, and then we got to the Arlington thing. If you guys are in the group, you can check it out. We put a post as far as the podcast that we had where we spoke on it. I was more sentimental. You know, it's like, oh no, it's Chicago Bears. We don't want them to leave. But logistics standpoint, I mean, you know, they're leasing. Number two, you know, their hands are tied. But being out in Arlington gives them a little more freedom for revenue. Not that anybody cares, but they're gonna do it from a business standpoint. It's a good move, from a sentimental standpoint. Just like a couple people were saying, oh well, certain teams they play in certain cities and they're called whatever. Like the Arlington Bears could still be the Chicago Bears, but just gotta get used to it, I guess.
Okay, yeah, that's one of those things that happen. Is a lot of NFL teams or different sports are not in the city. That the name is for. So I guess it'll be a matter of when they do make the move, is there going to be any resistance or any type of legal action to try to prevent them from taking the word Chicago? But I wouldn't think so. But I don't know. I know we had a discussion on this, ironically, when they first started talking about this a few months ago. So we kind of like gave our opinions as far as this subject. So it looked like it's going to be a go. As far as that, hey, let's get to Sunday's game before we get to our predictions for the night. And also, I'd like to thank everybody who's watching us tonight on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Hold on, let's get to the first question. Hey, not question, but discussion. Let's do a recap of Sunday's game. I know Jay said he just watched it again. It may be a little bit more fresh in his mind, but I couldn't watch it again. I mean, that was.
I had to watch it again. Go ahead, Jay. Burn it up, Jay.
What did you see, Jay?
Well, what I saw was a rookie quarterback who made a lot of mistakes. The protection scheme didn't help him. Out of the 30 dropbacks he had, they went 5-man protection 23 times. So that's not helping. I'm sorry, 20 times. That's not helping them. They only max protected twice out of those 30 dropbacks. But watching the game again, I saw some throws that he could have made that he didn't pull the trigger on. 7 of his 9 sacks, he held the ball for more than 4 seconds, which is actually a lot of time for an NFL quarterback to throw the football. So just to recap that game, it was his first start. He made some mistakes. The coaching staff didn't do him no justice. His offensive line, his offensive personnel didn't do him no justice. Like I said, nobody got open in the game. No separation between the receivers and the defensive backs. It was just one of those games that I just hope that we could throw out the window. But it was a lot of blame to go on both sides, not just the coaching staff, and it wasn't just the players. It was a collaborative effort, put it that way.
That was a fair assessment, Thanos.
That they all stink.
I don't want to remember that game. I want to know, can we get, that pen from Men in Black where they like, like that's what I would like. I don't want to ever think about that game again.
What's that? I think it was called a neuralizer. Used to make you forget what was happening.
I got a neuralizer, and it's in a bottle with a top. So I don't feel groovy now, but I did after that. Hey, you know what? Here's an interesting thing. I mean, and even tying into this Jacksonville Cincinnati game, Jay is 100% right. We want to bang Nagy, and he's very bangable in that respect. But it goes around. It was like a cumulative effect. It was like guys weren't doing. First and foremost, just like I said, Montgomery had 10 rushes. 3 of them came in that very first series that they had in the first quarter. So you're talking about 7 rushes in another 3 quarters, number one. Number two, receivers weren't getting any separation. 3, most importantly, no adjustments. They weren't running the ball. Is the coaching staff to blame? Yeah, but also back to what I was talking about with the Jacksonville-Cincinnati game. When stuff didn't work, guys just came out, and it was a comment that was made about Cincinnati, and it was like their offensive line was pissed off. And they said that they're going to do everything and they're going to commit to the run. And they did it. And just like Plank said in our text messages, they went 6 on their line. But whatever it is that they needed to do, they made adjustments, and those adjustments won them the game. All we ask for is guys may not make certain plays or whatever, but some eyes got to look out there and make adjustments. Do you slide the line? Do you run rub routes? Do you just keep running the ball, try to do whatever, But when you don't make adjustments, I mean, and it just pains me to even say this. Can't put it all on the coach.
Okay.
I
What you got, Plank?
I disagree with you a little bit on that, guy.
Right.
First off, you never see the offensive coordinators get wins and losses in their permanent record. That is something that's associated with the head coach.
That's true.
It just so happened that in this case, the head coach also tried to wear that offensive coordinator's hat. So in either situation, both of those have to go against him. It's his job to make sure the team is prepared to play. He doesn't have to go out there and tackle and block or whatever, but it's his job to make sure that the people that he selected are ready. As far as that game that we looked at on Sunday, I saw more competition with the Lions versus the Christians. The Christians, they put up a better fight and better show than that was. Also, one of the things that made me most upset with that is we had 2 number 1 draft choices playing on the defensive line. So in Clowney and Garrett, being blocked by guys that are bagging groceries. One guy, Jason Peters, was actually sitting on the boat a couple of weeks ago. So you pretty much had to expect that. And as a coach, you should have known that and prepare for that as well.
Yeah. James Gilmore says, "Okay, guy, pace 2." I agree. I just try to be PC on it, but that only happens in marbles.
Okay. Hey, as far as, since we just mentioned coaching, we've been hearing all week that there may be a possibility that Nagy may be turning over play calling.
Yay!
To Bill Lazor. I see a smile on Tammy's face about that. Do we think that's going to happen, or because it seems kind of weird because he's saying he's keeping it under his belt, but I think the team you're playing doesn't really care who's calling plays. Their preparation is the same, but is there any advantage or disadvantage to Bill Lazor calling versus Nagy as far as how it looked this year? Tammy, we'll let you start on this one. I know you're not going to be on it. Advantage or disadvantage?
I think there's absolutely an advantage to him calling the plays. He actually knows how to call plays and knows how to make a game plan, unlike Nagy. So, I mean, if he is, I'm looking forward to it. I actually think he might be, because Nagy, as much his ego was quick to tell us when he was the one that was going to be taking over something, but now all of a sudden he wants to keep certain decisions internal. So I just think his ego is a little bruised, because maybe some folks pulled his coattail and was like, "Look, dude, you need to get us up." So I think Lazor might actually do it. It's just a matter of how long he's actually going to let him do it, if he actually shows some progress and efficiencies in the offense. Because his ego's gonna get in the way.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, guy, what do you think? Is Bill Lazor going to take over play calling Sunday?
Once again, on the site, I did the press conference for Lazor. I posted it on the page. What I liked about it was the fact that he didn't shy away from the inefficiencies and the things that went wrong, but instead of throwing people under the bus, he came up with certain solutions. And the thing that just blew my mind, it's like, how you hear somebody say something, you're so used to something negative and something not going right. When somebody says something right, you're like the cartoons, like, I that type of deal. He goes, "Well, maybe we need to slide the line. We need to do a little bit of adjustments. We need to do this and that." And I'm like, really? But he sounded like a guy who's going to get the spot. I really hope that he does. Because if he does, and if he plays well, next time Tammy comes to Chicago, we might get caramel cake.
Tammy didn't hear that about we may get caramel cake next time she's here.
if Lazor comes and he wins.
If when I come back, I will make a caramel cake, a pound cake. I'll make out some of my hot wings. We gonna celebrate Bernard's birthday later, because he didn't say that it was his birthday. That's why we could have made that happen.
Right.
See, that's the difference between having a bunch of dudes on this show versus having ladies. They think of stuff like that. We'd have just had you out there, hungry. We don't care.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, what you got, Jay?
We'll know if Laser calls the plays if we see different formations.
Yeah.
It was another thing that I saw last week. The Bears pretty much ran out of the same formation every rep. And what I mean by that is it was a 12, not a 12 personnel, but a 13 personnel where they had 3 wide receivers and 1 tight end. They never really ran no 12 personnel, which Laser ran a lot last year when he was calling the plays. So we'll know who's calling the plays just by the plays that's being called. I mentioned last night to Bernard and Guy, to Keith and Guy, how I was watching the Cincinnati game and how spread everybody's offense is.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at the Bears still running these trips right bunches and one single tight. I mean, that stuff doesn't work when you don't have the personnel to run it. So I think we'll know who's calling plays just watching the game, just like we did last year when Laser took over the play call. We was like, okay, Montgomery, they got the ball 5 straight times. Oh, JP Holtz is in there as a wing back. So we'll know who's calling the plays, whether he wants to tell us or not. We'll know who's calling the plays versus the plays that's being ran. So we'll know. And to me, he don't have to fess up. I don't care who calling the plays. I just want to see some points.
Right.
Good point.
Right.
I just want to see some points.
Hey, Jay, before we go to Plank with this question, I have a question for you since you was able to watch the game a second time. I had heard there was some speculation in the last game that most of the plays were being called on the same
snap count. On the same snap count, yes.
So it was okay.
Yes.
So
yes, they did. Yes, they did. No changing of the cadence at all.
So that's coaching there because you have a rookie that's in there, and the one thing that you can't do is the offense has a advantage because they know where the play is going and they know what the snap count is. If you do your snap count on the same count every play, somebody has to tell you. I don't know if it's the center, but it's coaching for sure. And I know I'd heard a lot of speculation that it was the same snap count the majority of the game, which at that point allowed the defense to get jumps.
To pin their ears back and rush the quarterback. That's exactly what it allowed. It allowed them to pin their ears back and rush the quarterback. It was the same formation, the same snap count. I mean, nothing changed. There were no adjustments. And just watching it, just watching it was mind-blowing. And I read something today, not to get off script real quick. I just want to mention this. I read something today where and I don't know how true it was, but it was like they said that Nagy actually went to some of his players and asked them, like, okay, is this something that I'm doing wrong? So, and people was like, well, is he supposed to ask his players that? Hell yeah, he's supposed to ask them because they're the ones that's supposed to execute this garbage that he's trying to run. So they are the perfect people to tell him, like, yeah, coach, this ain't working, that ain't working. And if they real and they honest, they actually honestly told him that, look, this ain't working. Because if you remember on the sideline last week, the camera, which I love cameras, they caught Nick Foles saying, like, this offense ain't working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if everybody saw that, but he was reading if you read his lips, he's like, this offense ain't working. So if you go into your players and your players are telling you asking your players for their advice, those are the people to ask because those are the people that you ask to run your offense. And if they feel like it's not working, then maybe you need to listen to them and make some adjustments.
You know what, man? I don't know if it was the same conference that you were talking about, but I did listen to Justin Fields today. And he basically talked about the players talking. And they asked him, did he say anything? He was like, no. He said, because I've only had one game, and Nick and those guys, they've been here and they're veterans and they were able to go up and talk to them. Which is interesting, though, man. But as I look up on the board now at the stats, we're averaging 13.3 points a game on offense. And I don't care how much ego you got. I don't care all that stuff. You better stick your tail between your legs and go start talking to some players because what happens now is people think like there's like the revolving door where coaches get fired. It's like, oh, they're going to get another job and all that stuff. But if you call yourself offensive coordinator, you're a head coach, and you decide to be another head coach or offensive coordinator, and you saying a team that you coach only averaged 13 points a game, you probably couldn't even play for any high school team.
Wow.
I'm just saying, man.
Hey, I heard somebody on the radio say they was like, he called himself an offensive guru. Where's the Ru and the guru? Where's the Ru and the guru? I don't know, man.
Right.
I don't know.
Mike, same question.
Okay. A couple things. First of all, the fact that Matt Nagy thinks that he has to hold his information close to the vest, playing against an 0-3 Detroit Lions team, that speaks volumes.
Yes, it does.
At the very least, you sort of be confident because you got the defense with you. You were a playoff team last year. You had so many things going in your favor that you shouldn't be kowtowing to this. However, I wanted to go ahead and make a couple notes on Bill Lazor's press conference. He was measured, so he answered every question. You can tell he was articulate. He was intelligent. He was prepared. He didn't bypass a question or try to walk around it. He gave a good, concise answer that showed you that it was well thought out. He also answered questions in real time. He didn't turn around and say, you know what, I got to go look at the film. I got to go and talk to my wife. I got to go do something else. He said, okay, let me take the information that you asking me. Let me think about it. And here's my response to that. Because he did that, that lets me know he's the same guy that's going to be able to respond when things aren't working on the sideline. Another thing I want to point out from the difference between Nagy and Lazor, if you looked at the body language that Lazor showed during this press conference, he was confident, he was ready, he was excited. He's like, I can't wait to get my hands on this. Versus Nagy, still turn around saying, well, we going to wait till game time to tell you who's going to start. That ain't going to make a difference. We already know it's going to start. Matt Nagy's going to be the quarterback, and he's going to show everybody that this is how to run his offense. I'm telling y'all now.
Transparency is culpability, man. It's like, you know what, we sucking up the joint, but at least the thing that I got out of that is the fact that he did everything. Just like you said, Pike, man. It's like, I was amazed. I mean, I was actually staring at the video, watching like, who is this dude? It's like, oh, I know who he is, but we never really get a chance to see, really. And all you can really ask for when things aren't going well is transparency. You know, it's like the difference between the Nagy seems like the type of guy, oh, I'm going to run these first 15 plays. It's like, well, we need to deviate. No, it's going to work. And when it doesn't work, see, that guy who was supposed to do that, he didn't do that. Lazor would be the type of guy, you give him 15 plays. On the third play, he was like, you know what? We got momentum with him running through the B. We're going to run another play through the B. We're going to keep going until they stop. And then we might throw a real quick screen and keep them on their toes. You know, it was like you said, it wasn't I felt like I had a guy that was sitting in there that would actually be in the locker room and be able to tell you not just the tempo or just the demeanor of the players, but understand what we're doing wrong and what we are going to do to fix it. So I was impressed, man.
But you know, real quick, you know, it's one thing. Remember when Nagy first got here in 2018? How everybody felt so refreshed because he was so honest and forthcoming and wide open. But what happens when you get criticized? You start to withdraw.
Right.
That should let you know something. What you're doing is not working. And this last point I want to make, going back to the Bengals game. When Allen Robinson dropped that touchdown in the end zone and a reporter asked him about that play, his response was, I didn't see it. I was trying to get the next play ready. That lets me know right there. You're not dual yet. You can't be head coach and offensive coordinator because you can't. You know, the team.
Yeah.
If you can't be present as the head coach to see a play like that because you're too busy trying to call the next play, it's not working. It's not working.
That plays right into what you've always said.
Facebook users say, Jay, exactly, he's shrinking. Yeah, he is drinking in a moment. We actually have one of the Facebook viewers who's using the name. What is the name? Can You Fit Me In LLC?
Can you fit me in LLC?
He actually had a question for us before we move on to our next question that I thought was an interesting question. Will Nagy let Justin Fields start again or try to play Andy Dalton and use Andy injury as an excuse if he loses to Detroit? No, Plank just answered the question. Matt Nagy is going to start at quarterback because he wants to prove that he was just not an Arena League football quarterback, and he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. No, I'm just kidding. I believe he is going to start Justin Fields in this game. What do you think, Tammy? You think he's going to start Justin Fields or he's going to go back to Andy Dalton?
I think, especially if Laser is calling the plays, I think Justin Fields is going to start because Laser wants Justin Fields anyway from previous comments that he made the past couple of weeks.
Okay.
Good point.
What you got, Jay?
Justin Fields is going to start this game just because he was a full participant in practice all week. Andy Dalton was limited all week. This ain't finna be no game time decision. And again, it's one of those things where Nagy tried, like Plank said, you trying to fool the 0-3 Lions. Come on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? You don't think that your team is the Lions have, from what they ranked, the Lions have the 5th worst roster. Not starting offense, they have the 5th worst roster out of 32 teams in the league. Is this the game that you want to play? Well, I ain't gonna tell them because we playing the Lions. Come on, man, you playing the Lions, dude. But one thing about it, I can say this. One thing about it, hey, the Lions have been playing tough, and I say that for my prediction coming in. But I'm gonna tell you something. The Bears can't walk into Soldier Field thinking, we playing the Lions.
Okay. What you have, Plank?
Well, first of all, Andy Dalton is injured, so no, he can't play. There's a difference between being hurt versus injured.
There you go.
He has an injury. That means, you can't play even if you wanted to.
There you go.
Everything that I've seen is pointing to Justin Fields. He's taken all of the snaps, as well as the ability to absorb the information that he just went through last week. That's actually going to serve him well going forward. It's like, when your mom gives you a whooping because you tried to run out in the street, you have to learn the hard way. That's not a good idea for you to go run in the street. So I absolutely think Justin Fields is going to be the starter. And I think because of what he just went through, he's going to play much better as well.
Okay. Hey, Jay, I was looking on Facebook earlier today, and I saw you post some rankings of the Bears offense. You wouldn't have to have that in front of you, would you, Jay?
I'm sorry. Actually, I don't.
Hold on, let me tell you something. I might have screenshot it, and those were some interesting stats. Let me get my glasses.
They rank 32nd in everything. Enough said.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I got these stats. Jay had put this on Facebook today. It said the Bears rank after 3 weeks, 191 yards average per game. That's 32nd. 3.34 yards per play. That's 32nd. 4.15 yards per rush. That was 14. 90.7 passing yards per game. That's 32nd. 3.24 yards per pass. 32nd.
32nd.
Yep. 17.86% sacks allowed. 32nd. Last two. 32.43 on third downs. That means 33. 30, now that was on the one they did a little better. Jay, you got them at 28. They scored 13.3 points per game. 31st.
Hey, we're moving up like George and Wheezy. That's good.
That is putrid. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. Really? Is this what y'all putting on the field? Come on, man. It's got to get better. It's got to get better. And like I tell y'all, I hold players accountable, but a lot of it got to do with play calling too. Like I said, these formations and everything, me and my boy Ed, we be at the game and we be sitting there, we like, this is their worst formation. And then we like, this is their only formation. It's like, what are y'all doing? Yeah. It's like this offense that you want to work doesn't work. Adjust to the players that you have and call the game that's in front of you. That's it. That's it.
Yeah. One of our viewers, James Gilmore, said the Lions had more yards than the Bears last week.
Everybody did.
Hey, James, see if you can clear your schedule Sunday, James. We'd like for you to come on the show on Saturday. Hey, what's up, Kofi? I see Kofi up there. What's up, Kofi? I've been checking you out on your show.
Kofi.
Yeah, Kofi has his own show, KO Sports. Kofi is very energetic on his shows.
Yeah.
Kofi doesn't hold no punches on his shows, man. Thanks, Kofi, for tuning us in tonight.
You would have been a guest on this show last week, Jay.
I'm gonna have to give a Kofi. I'm gonna have to give a Kofi. I'm gonna have to give a Kofi for real.
We can come back to that particular point. Okay, so hey, let's move to what do the Bears need to do to win this game? Let's start off with you, Tammy.
So can I? Well,
yeah, you can go back.
Can I say it and then give my prediction because I'm about to have dinner with my very lovely cousins.
Hey, cousins.
Hey.
So the gang's all here now. So I would just say that number one, the Bears need to allow Laser out of place. We need to run the ball, use Montgomery. That's like the only area that they are not last, according to everything that Jay shared. But they had a pretty good run game. I think it was the second game. Yeah, I think it was our second game. So they need to stay there and do that. And our defense needs to show up. I think this is probably going to be a pretty low scoring game. I don't think we're going to see offensive powerhouses or an amazing showing by either team. So, but I'm going to ride with the Bears one more game. And I'm going to say it's going to be 17-13.
17-13. Okay.
Yeah.
So we got Tammy's prediction a little bit early. Hey, Tammy, you and your cousins enjoy y'all dinner tonight.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. We will.
All right. Take care, Tammy. Y'all be safe.
All right.
We'll work for food.
Hey, I just sent the link out there to Kofi. Tell Kofi to come on real quick.
Yeah.
Put some of that fire on there.
Man, we need him. Hey, you know what? Real quick, what I wanted to say is, as far as Justin Fields is concerned, I'm going to answer that question going back to the Laser conference. Our guys talked there like this, and they were like, "Well, how did Justin Fields do? He did real good." It was almost like Mario Andretti woke up one morning for Christmas, and his wife got him an Aston Martin, and they live on a street that's like a 13-mile shot with no cars. I mean, it's like his whole demeanor changed. If you take a guy, it's almost like you take a guy who's an offensive coordinator who has a gift like that, and just I bet you his head is spinning man, the things I could do with this dude. He's got everything I need and blah, blah, blah. I do really believe that if Laser does call the plays, I think Justin is going to start, but if Laser does call the plays, I think we're going to see something entirely different. But what the Bears need to do to win, I could go into the whole defense needing a hole because the defense is giving them 25.7 points, offense only 13.3, only 133.3 yards passing, 101 yards rushing. We 377.3 yards total allowed. So I believe what they need to do, if Laser comes in and Laser does this thing, I think it's going to probably figure itself out because people always talk about, Laser's only a Band-Aid on a flesh wound because all those numbers he got was against bad teams. There you go.
Okay. Hey, welcome, Kofi.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Kofi?
Hey, how you doing,
man?
Hey,
what's up, man?
In, bro? Hey,
what's going on, guys? What's going on, man? Just want to wish, press that positivity. I just want to wish you guys much success to your channel, everything that's going on. Much success to you guys. Keep doing what y'all doing.
All right. Hey, Kofi. Hey, why don't you answer this question before you get out?
Okay. What
do the Bears need to do to win this game, Kofi? Go and bring that passion that you do on your show, Kofi.
Oh, okay. Actually, I don't even want the Bears to win the game. I actually want them to lose. But like I said, all I got to say is don't let Matt Nagy call the plays if you want to win this game at all. I mean, y'all already saw what happened last week when he was calling the plays. 1 net passing yards, 1.1 yards per play, 47 total yards of offense. I mean, if you allow Matt Nagy to keep calling these plays over and over again, I mean, you guys are not going to have no chance. I mean, even last year, we can go to that Tennessee Titans game when he was calling that play. We all know Tennessee Titans defense was one of the worst in the NFL, one of the worst defenses in the NFL. And coming into this game, Detroit Lions team's defense is one of the worst coming into this game. The past 3 games, Dan Campbell's team, his defense was playing hard. Every one of his defensive players was playing so hard for him. I mean, you already saw what happened with Lamar Jackson. They're playing containment. They're playing a containment game. And guess what? They pretty much contained him pretty much the whole game up until the last possession of the drive. And so, Detroit Lions coming into this game, they're going to try to game plan for Justin Fields this upcoming game, either Justin Fields or Andy Dalton. And we all know Andy Dalton has some type of mobility coming to this game. So you already know that Detroit Lions, what they're thinking coming into this game. We got to contain both of these quarterbacks. So if they want to win this game, they're going to have to let Bill Lazor call the plays. They're going to have to do a play action, start running the ball with David Montgomery, because the entire Bears offense was tailored to running the ball. You have to run the ball with David Montgomery because he's your entire offense. Number 32 is your offense. And if you run the ball with David Montgomery enough, you're going to have a chance at beating the Detroit Lions. And so that's pretty much all I got to say, guys.
Hey,
good job.
Hey, thank you, Kofi, for coming on, man. Hey, good
Dude,
luck.
Hey, man.
Go to your channel, okay?
We got to put we put a 29 on your back and a helmet. We give you a football, man. You got the Eric Dickerson's on, bro. We get you. It's like between him and David Montgomery. I know they're going to run off about 180.
Hey, put me in the game, man. Shoot. If you want me to be a tight end, defensive line, I can play tight end. I'll block for Justin Fields. I love Justin Fields, man. He's one of my favorite players.
You, brother.
Enjoy your evening.
All right, guys.
job,
y'all take it easy. Y'all take it easy.
Okay.
All right.
Hey,
I like
Jay.
him, man.
Yeah. Kobe bring that fire on this program. He'll be in there by himself, man, and he'll one-man show. He still just be angry. Hey, what you got, Jay? What do the Bears need to do to win this game? I hope I didn't lose place where I was at.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
The Bears, first go defensively first. The Bears need to play defense. Eddie Goldman coming back this week. That's going to be huge. I'm going to love to see how Eddie Goldman and Matt and Quinn and Bilal Nichols and oh God, his name is escaping me. Akeem Hicks. How that's gonna look. Trevathan back in practice, so we're gonna see how that look. But the bottom line, to win this game, the Bears need to pressure Goff, who they familiar with. He's just in a different uniform. Same Jared Goff. They need to get pressure up front, and offensively, David Montgomery, as bad as our offense is, guess what? He's still ranked number 5 in the NFL in rushing yards. You got to get the ball to David Montgomery. You got to give him 20 to 25 touches, whether it be runs or passes out the backfield. Where's your creativity on offense? Where's your screens? And I'm not talking about the jet sweep or the bubble screen. I'm talking about pure running back screens that slows that defensive rush down, which is what the Cleveland Browns did to us last week. They's like, okay, y'all got Quinn and y'all got Matt coming. Guess what? We gonna sneak Hunt right out the backfield, and we just gonna throw the screen. You got to get creative on offense, not too much to overwhelm the rookie, but just get him in some situations to win. But running the ball, 20 to 25 touches for David Montgomery is gonna be key in this game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good point, Jay.
Excellent.
Plank, did you go on what the Bears need to win?
No, I didn't. I'm ready though.
Okay.
Number one, the Bears need to protect their house. Yeah. You don't let somebody else come in your house and smack you in the mouth. I don't care what happens. Right. So the entire team has to come up. They got to show some pride. They got to start hitting some people in the mouth. and then letting people know, hey, this is the Chicago Bears, and this is what you get when you come to Chicago, Illinois. Also, not get Jared Goff off the hook. He wants to throw the ball to you. He wants to give you interceptions. He can't help it. He's like, I don't want nobody to hit me no more, so I'll give you whatever it is in my pocket. So we need to make sure we keep that pressure on him. And then, lastly, we need to get behind our rookie quarterback. He had a terrible game last week. Everybody knows that. The entire league knows that. So let's make sure he has an opportunity to come out and be a lot better. He saw the rest of the quarterbacks do a little bit better as far as like Trevor Lawrence made a good showing yesterday. So we want to make sure he's able to come out in a good light and people can see exactly why we drafted this young man.
Okay. Hey, guy, did you go? I'm sorry, I had lost place.
I did. I kind of answered it in there. I was looking at this thing,
Can the Bears use the tight end more for quick and middle plays and blocking chips?
We got 12 of them, don't we?
I believe they only been targeted. They probably only been targeted about 3 or 4 times through 3 games, if they've been targeted that many times. So you got all these tight ends on the team, and you're not throwing to none of them. That doesn't make any sense at all. And I even see now Jimmy Graham is a little disgruntled about not getting plays coming his way, or even just getting on the field that much. So that part did not make any sense. But as far as I believe, go ahead, Jay.
No, I was going to say he can't be disgruntled. They ain't been in the red zone.
Right.
Basically, we only kept you to catch passes in the red zone. We ain't been in the red zone. We ain't been in the red zone, so we can't use you on the field. So you can be disgruntled all you want to. Right. You can be disgruntled all you want to, but you got to be in a position to be able to get on and put that personnel on the field. And when you aren't in a position to put that personnel on the field, I'm sure you will be disgruntled. Hey, it is what it is. But
hey, I believe earlier, maybe a few weeks ago, the Bears is this is off topic, but it's on topic as far as Jimmy Graham. And Jimmy Graham ran his route, and he came back and said to Justin Fields, hey, why you didn't throw it to me? Then I think he came back to him later and said, hey, you got to get open.
Imagine that.
And you know what, Jay? What you just did right there is what we look like when we watching other football games and we see these like vanilla plays. It ain't even no spectacular play. It's just basic doggone play, man. You can say 64 toss power trap. You're running right through there and run a trap, and it's like, and it works. You like,
I never thought I would say I enjoyed a Jacksonville Cincinnati game.
Right.
Basically, yeah. Because everybody played hard. I was
just like, wow. I was like, everybody looks so much faster than us. Everything is so crisp. I don't get it. This stuff that Nagy's trying to run, this bunch formation stuff. I mean, you got Lamar Chase out there like one-on-one. Beat your man, and I'm going to throw you the ball.
Basically.
That's it. That's it. It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science.
You know what I wish, though? I wish people would stop putting the onus on trying to calculate things for rookie quarterbacks. Because I kind of was talking to somebody, they were talking about Fields not playing, he's not ready and all that stuff. And this one guy on this other page said, Justin Fields looked like the worst rookie quarterback I've ever seen in my life. And, he's this and that. I said, dude.
Okay.
I said, no, I got one better than that. I said, what do like Bob Greasy, Terry Bradshaw, Johnny Unitas, right. Guys like that have? Troy Aikman's another one. Let me tell you something. And you know what their common denominator is? They all have registered a 0 quarterback rating in a game, and they've also had a perfect quarterback rating. And the other common denominator, they're all in the Hall of Fame. Because if you really look at it, man, the rookies now, as of now, all the rookies' stats, they threw 9 touchdowns and 18 picks. They're rookies. They're rookies. I mean, they're going to learn just like that DB yesterday that got burned for Jacksonville. It's the biggest difference is this. If you get burnt and you're a rookie, it is what it is. It's not how you got burnt. It's what you do afterwards. That dude played balls to the wall for the rest of the game. And that's all you can ask for because nobody's perfect because you got some guys out there, receivers, that you can't do nothing with, you can't stop but hope to contain. All we can ask you to do is play hard. If you play hard and we lose, we'll be upset about losing, but we can respect that. But if guys loafing and guys ain't getting open and doing all that stuff, we go watch Jacksonville, Cincinnati.
I'm gonna tell you something. A side note though, real quick. Jamar Chase a beast. Oh my God! Well, I thought Justin Jefferson in Minnesota last year was good.
Yeah,
Jamar Chase is good. That dude is good, and he's gonna be good for a long time. I just love to see wide receivers do their thing, man.
You know what that tells me though?
Man,
that tells me that Johnson did a great job on him because he was able to contain him for the most part when we played against him. So Johnson's not getting a whole lot of credit, but that dude is balling out.
You're exactly right. I think he got 5 touchdowns in four games as a rookie.
I think so. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Okay.
Come on.
So final point on this about what the Bears need to win. I'm just going to say a few things that were already said. The Bears need to be a run-first team, play good defense, don't turn it over, turn the play calling over to Bill Lazor for sure, and they're going to have to play ball control football for now and let Justin learn. He's going to make his mistakes, but you got to give him time to make plays. You can't have a showing like you had last week. Hey, let's move to the injury report. Hey, Jay, did we have any significant injuries?
Not that I'm aware of. The only person that I know that's listed as questionable is Khalil Mack. He's listed as questionable, but again, if you're questionable, you're playing. Now, if you're doubtful, then you're not going to play. But outside of that, Tayshaun is listed as doubtful. Which means he's probably going to be out another week. And Dalton is also listed as probable, which means he ain't going to play.
Right.
Okay. Hey, I heard Eddie Goldman is not on the injury report this week.
He's not listed
till
on the
Sunday
injury report at all.
He gonna wake up, make him some eggs, twist
my neck, oh my back, oh my neck and my back.
But yeah, this is actually the first time he's not even listed on the injury report, and they said he had full participation in practice today. So
that was shocking. That was really shocking that he didn't show up on the report.
It's gonna be interesting to see Goldman, Hicks, Quinn, Matt, and Bilal Nichols out there. Out there at the same time. That could be pretty scary. That can be pretty scary because
when our YouTube viewers put relaxed guys, Justin smoked so many college teams that they don't want Justin to be ready. He is definitely ready to learn. Okay, great point. Hey, so hold on, let's move to the next.
Wait a minute, hold on again. Eddie's going on the injury report after warm up in the field.
He'll get hurt in the warm ups.
Oh man. Oh my God, that's funny, man.
Don't forget we got the predictions as well.
Okay. You know what? Let me add that to the stream. Okay, we're gonna come back to that in a minute. Okay. We were looking at the Facebook page. For those who haven't joined the Facebook page, it's Bears Banter Talk Show that's on Facebook. I think we had about 480, somewhere around there, which is
almost 500. Almost 500. We almost at 500.
Woo! Take it.
So from the Facebook poll, who do you think going to win, the Bears or Detroit Lions? 87% of those polled picked the Bears to beat the Lions on our Facebook page. And let's look at some of the predictions that they have out there. Let's still go here. Okay. Is the Facebook. What's on the next page, Plank?
I got you. All right, this is where we get our predictions. You go ahead, speak to it though.
Okay, let me get my glasses on so I can read that.
Sure, I got glasses. I still can't see.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So anyway, we have women who were on the page that were polled. 24 women picked the Bears. None of the ladies picked the Lions. That's interesting. The men.
That means ladies are loyal.
Exactly.
They don't like lions. They like jaguars and tigers, bears. Oh my.
I'm sorry, I can't see this number, but I'm gonna guess it looks like it's probably 50. Oh, it is. Okay. 50 men picked the Bears and 14 picked the Lions. So a total of 88 people participated in the polls. 73. Okay, so we got 84% that picked the Bears, 16% picked the Lions. What else she has here? She has some scores. Tammy did this chart, so I'm sorry she had to get off, so I'm not familiar totally with this chart. We got a couple of scores we want to share with you. We have Hollywood that picked the Bears to win 24-17. Mark picked the Bears to win 27-17. Cletus Harris, one of my childhood friends from Inglewood.
Cletus
picked the Bears to win 24-20. Sharon Patterson picked the Bears to win 24-20.
All right,
Let's
Sharon.
go one more. Sharon actually rose. Sharon. Sandra actually rose to some of the road trips to see the Bears. She picked the Bears to win 24-17. Okay, what else we have here? Look like that's all.
Somebody had a tie up there, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
I did see
that. Was it 0-0?
Yeah. That's what I got, man.
Yeah, that's
one. Yeah, but all our boys, bro. I almost fell out the window when I saw that, man.
I didn't even see that tonight.
I had another slide up here. I just was thinking about you, Jay, from last week. You were so angry with
Oh wow. Hey man.
We just saying.
It's my passion, man. I can't help it, man.
We appreciate that, man.
It's my
passion. Genuine. That's why we're giving you some stuff, man.
You sounded like me. I don't know how to do when other people start sounding like me. I say, is that what I sound like all the time?
Because when I actually rewatched the show Monday, I was like, damn, Jay, you was mad.
Oh man.
Yeah.
He was a little perturbed.
It's a new week. It's a new week.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a new week. It's a new month. We're going to start the month off right. You know, people talk about what the schedule. I ain't thinking about the schedule right now. We taking one game at a time. And we're going to see what happens.
Yeah, what I would like to say is if you're watching us on YouTube, hit the red subscribe button at the bottom. Subscribe. We like to keep growing this show on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. But hey, let's do like what some of the network TV shows before we actually give our predictions. We're gonna do like one of those judge shows. We'll be right back. Tammy 4-4.
Oh wait, we start out immediately Okay, we usually would beat in a little bit.
I hate to say this, y'all. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. The Bears might need to go back to Mr. Risky. And the reason I say this,
I just don't really know what to say. I thought when he came in that first game that he really had more presence and more composure in the pocket. And he looked like he did, but like the more that I see him,
I gotta argue with you a little bit on that. At the end of the day, we're playing football. It's a contact sport.
Yes,
if you got a problem with somebody, you go out and you execute a block and blast them to be ready to respond to the playground bully. Last week, they got
Bears Banter, where the fans go to share their views on the Bears game. You too can get a part of the banter.
In order to
Be
get
sure to
something
like, share, and subscribe to Bears Banter on YouTube.
Hey, it's a recap for last year. Hey, Jay, we could substitute that as the Bears need to go back to Bill Lazor, right?
Right. We need the voice over that.
And you were right then too.
I was right then. I might be right now. For real.
So, hey, let's look at where we at right now with our predictions. Quick is out of town right now. He's actually leading the pack. Quick has the Bears he's actually 3-0 in his prediction. Guys 2-1 in his predictions. Jay is 2-1 in his prediction. I'm 1-2 in my predictions. Plank is 1-2, and Tammy is 1-2. Okay, hey, let's move into the moment of truth. We do already have Tammy's prediction. Tammy has the Bears winning 17-13. And we have Quick's prediction. Quick says, "What's up, fam?" He's in Grand Rapids, Michigan, doing baseball camp.
All right, good job.
Mike has the Lions winning 24-17. Okay.
That about to go, bro.
Hey, I can go.
You go, Plank? Okay.
Yeah, my record ain't that good, so take you out the suspense. I'm going 27-24 Bears.
Okay. 24. Okay, me and Plank lagging behind, so I guess with us being at the bottom, we'll start first. Man, Bears, y'all making me look bad like this year. I was doing pretty good last year. I'm going to go Bears 24-17.
Okay.
Between Guy and Jay, what you got?
They got that body language. He's looking a little bit nervous. I'm worried.
What you got, Jay?
You need a little more time, Thanos.
Oh, so me? Bears back at home. Bears back at home. Home crowd. Justin Field first home start. I think the defense is gonna get it done. I'm picking the Bears to win reluctantly. I really am, but I'm picking the Bears to win. I can't remember what my score was on Facebook. I know I picked the Bears, but I think it was 24-17 Bears.
Okay, 24-17. What you have, Guy?
Home cooking. Sometimes you need a reset button. Unfortunately, it may come at the hands of a team, although they're playing hard, they're not that good, and a W would look good. So I'm picking the Bears 17-14.
17-14. And hey, but one thing is going to happen for sure on Sunday. Either all of us going to get an L, and a Quick is going to still be undefeated, or Quick is going to get his first loss for the season, and we're going to finally gain some ground on Quick. So
man, we ain't going to be able to live with Quick if he come out 4-0.
If he come out 4-0.
Oh, my God.
We might have to ban him from the show. For real.
Right. I had to move to South America if that happened, man. That's crazy.
Right. A Quick could be trying to blackmail Tammy for some caramel cake. Man, it get hard on.
He'll be coercing me in the dice games in the background, all that stuff,
Hey, we actually have a prediction from one of our viewers on YouTube. Ooh. Can you fit me in?
Okay.
He has the Bears 28 and the Lions 9. Hey, thank you for the score. And hey, and can you fit me in? If it's the first time you watching us, hey, welcome to the show. Hey, stay in with us because you'll see this is an awesome show, and we keep it real on this show. I mean, we're not no homers, and we tell it like it is. I mean, hey, in my opinion, this is the best. This is the best post-game show and the best pre-game show on the Chicago Bears.
No cap.
Yeah.
But you know what, all you guys, and if you're out here listening to us, we also have a Facebook group called Bears Banter. Come on in and join us, man. You will be shocked when you walk up in there and just find out all the women and the guys who just dropping bombs. I mean, it's got to the place now where I'll just check the page and I'm doing something. I got to stop doing. I'm like, wait a minute, because we just put up hits like the best safeties and talk about Plank, and they talk about just different things, man. Come on in. We family. We kick it. Like I said, you know what? Don't be scared to give your opinion, because if you're against the fold or you say, hey, just like everybody, some people are picking the Lions or whatever it is, it's all good, man. We want you to keep it raw dog. So come on and hang out with us. Thank you very much.
Hey, when I'm out of town, I actually ran into a guy and they seen me with a Bears hat on, and so anyway, I think we done picked up a couple of new fans.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, Paso.
There you go.
Hey, Paso. Hey, I'm trying to pick up on some fans international.
Hey, we going international, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay, hey, thanks. He said he's going to join the Facebook page. We got a comment from Brenda Hayes. I agree.
That's my big sis. That lady, I've been knowing Brenda. She remembered me when I was blowing snot bubbles like 3 days ago. But no, she's known me. She's known me. I can honestly say that Brenda is, I don't know how you age in reverse, but she's known me since I was a baby, and she's only like 24. You know, but we're real serious. I've always been close. She's like a sister to me, man, and she's like diehard football fan. Just like big sis, what's up, sis? All that other stuff.
Glad to have you here, Brenda.
Yes.
Welcome to Bears Banter, Brenda. We welcome everybody, though. Everybody, just bring it on, man. We love it. We love it. Just bring it on, man. Just bring it on. We love the difference of opinions. We love everybody because everybody's got an opinion. Whether we like it or not, it is your opinion, and that's all that really counts. And just bring it on, man. We just love the love. We like to talk about the Bears. We love the team and we love each other. Just bring it on, man. Just bring it on. We all family here at Bears Banter. We all family.
Yeah, I'm looking for Dino to come on Sunday. Dino be dropping bombs, so come on, man.
Man, he was killing it.
Hey, I'm gonna have to call Dino. I'm gonna have to call Dino and tell him that you don't have to come on the show. I'm gonna have to call Dino and tell him you got to come on the show.
Hey, you gotta give your big brother a call, man. Hey, your little brother gotta get on your big brother sometimes.
Right, most definitely.
And my boy Daryl L. Murcielago Winfrey, another one of my boys, he comes up and we'll put like a paragraph or some intel on there. And I'm sitting up there. I was like, let me go get my glasses and read this. I'm like, I didn't know that. So all y'all bring it, man. Ain't nobody clown nobody, man. It's real respect, man. Because sometimes, like I said, I read some of that stuff and I'm sitting up here as much as I thought I knew about the Bears and stuff. I'm like, man, I didn't know that. So bless up.
Yeah. Hey, if anybody don't have any more closing remarks, I'm gonna close out the show in a minute and finish my last day of my vacation.
Yeah, you're on vacation, man. Get up out of here. Get up out of here, man. You're on vacation, man. This is my last day of vacation too. So I'm gonna try to get out. Yeah, I'm going back to work in the morning, unfortunately, but this is my last day. And I'm in the city though. You still out of town, man. Go ahead and do your thing, man. Enjoy your wife. Happy birthday again.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary too.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary too as well. Man, go enjoy yourself, man.
All right. I know I'm biased, and hey, hold it to my head, not my heart. If you're Lindblom alone, come out there tomorrow, Lindblom Field. I know the game starts at 6 o'clock, but I'm gonna try to get out there around noon, pop up some tents, have some eats, have some Kool-Aid, and kick it with some of my peeps for the first time in like a year because of the COVID thing. So,
hey, what's going on in Lindblom tomorrow?
Homecoming.
Homecoming game.
Yeah.
Tomorrow evening?
Yes, 6 o'clock.
I got you, bro. I'll meet you out there.
Look for the classes. Look for 1983 tents. It's gonna be at least two of them. If you see somebody standing on their head, it don't matter. Play. You all know. Hey, if you see somebody in the corner standing on their head, it's me. Just say hi.
I got you. I got you. I'm gonna holler at you tomorrow for sure.
All right.
For sure.
All right, y'all take care.
All right. Hey, thank you everybody for tuning in to the show on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Have a nice evening and see you Sunday. Peace.